Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. This is Nice Spectrum here. So for today's video, we're gonna be doing a tier 3 selector tier list, because I know many of you guys are scratching your heads around like how to make the most out of this investment, how to get the most out of it, so yeah. So today we'll be trying to tackle that question and to help as much player as we can into better choosing and making the best investment out of their selector, which is very precious, which is very rare. This is a once per year item, so you want to make the most out of it. So let's get right into this. So for the list will appear right in front of you. I will add it later on, but first place, we already know who it's gonna be. First place goes to Ghost Rider, of course. Amazing character. A quick PSA: all the characters that I'm gonna be mentioning in this video are all with their recent uniforms, so yeah, you'll have to consider that as well. All of the characters that I'm mentioning in this guide are all gonna be with their latest uniform. So number one, easy peasy, Ghost Rider. What doesn't he do well? Squad battle, ABX, World Boss Legend, World Boss Ultimate. He can even do some PvP for you, like on weeks like this week where villains are dominating PvP, where Sentry and Silver Server and other characters like that are banned. Ghost Rider can easily one-shot characters like Hulk, Thanos, and Molecule Man, even Null. Like, yeah, his passive will trigger, but then if you just have to catch him off guard once more and then he's done. So number two is a character that many of you guys are already familiar with, Sharon Rogers. Again, amazing character. Like, Ghost Rider has more value because he's a universal, and he like touches a lot of game modes like DRX and all that, and so does Sharon Rogers, but her uniform is a bit more outdated than Ghost Rider. Ghost Rider is pretty new, so that's why Sharon drops down to the second place, but that doesn't take anything out of her actual value. See, she's amazing. She can do anything you build her for. She's amazing in World Boss Legend. She eats World Boss Legend with her accumulation. She's amazing in DRX, amazing in squad battle. Even now you have Moonstone to compete with her, but when you pair her and Moonstone in a squad battle, the scores are even more amazing. She can do anything. You put her like ABX, amazing, DRX, amazing. And she's a female character, like one of the most OP female characters in the game, so you have to consider that as well. So yeah, nothing much to explain here. Huge DPS, and yeah, she can also work with an obelisk. She can do Null with an obelisk, Mephisto with an obelisk. The same can't be said for Ghost Rider, because Ghost Rider is very difficult to proc. You have to use a CTP of Judgment or Rage. But Ghost Rider has way more ceiling, once you give her a CTP compared to Sharon. Like, Sharon isn't that great in ABX compared to Ghost Rider. She's very good in DRX, but Ghost Rider is on another level. Even if Ghost Rider requires a CTP, the value you get out of Ghost Rider is insane, right? So moving on, for the third one, for me it's I think this one a lot of people are going to disagree with. For me, it's Venom. It's Venom because he touches way more modes than the next one on the list. You'll see in a while who I'm talking about, but Venom is amazing because he's currently top 1 spot in ABX. He's the best combat male hero for ABX. He's amazing in Null. He can work with a CTP of energy, and he's best with Rage, but he can work with an energy. He's not that good in DRX or squad battle, but for World Boss Legend, World Boss Ultimate, and ABX, he's an absolute monster, and even GBR. So yeah, and also with his uniform, he's an amazing striker because he releases the blobs that can help you in World Boss Legend. He releases the heal blobs that will help you heal, so that's really precious on its own. Moving up with our list, we have number 4 is 4. Yeah, so number 4 is 4. Again, compared to Venom, Venom has way more value because Venom is both a striker and a solo character, but also he's the best number 1 spot in ABX compared to 4, because Venom has only 2 other characters to compete with, which are 2 awakening characters, Moon Knight and Iron Fist, compared to 4, who for Universal ABX has to compete with his father Odin with Ghost Rider, like two huge power towers right there. So he can't keep up with them in ABX. That's not to say that he isn't good. He's just not. He's just in his typing Universal Hero. He's not that good for ABX. But anything else for amazing ABX. No, not ABX. Sorry. World Boss Legend, World Boss Ultimate, DRX, GBR. He just eats through those game modes. Amazing character, amazing value, and he's especially very good for World Boss Legend. As we saw, he can clear it with an obelisk. So moving up for our 5th place. Our 5th place is also, for me, that's gonna cause a bit some misunderstanding for you guys, but for me it's the Hulk. Plain and simple, because he's a two-way character. He can do PvE with a PvP build. This guy can go up to stage 60, 70 World Boss Ultimate with a CTP of regen, and with that same CTP of regen he'll tear down like 9 to 10 wins for you in TLB every single week, mostly because of his third skill, Gamma Ray Burst, which has iframe ignore, which is an amazing skill which catches off guard almost any PvP character in one shot them, especially Black Widow, who he has completely eclipsed since he came out into the game with his third skill. Amazing character, and his damage is based on his HP, so he has way more room to increase his damage. Like, you keep stacking HP on him. If you have high HP on your cards, he's just gonna perform even better for you. So yeah, amazing character in general. He can do some ABX. He can give you your, if you're searching for a basic 600k to get that comic card chest, he's amazing for that. He can easily give you your 600k with a CTP of regen. He can give you your 9 to 10 wins in TLB, and also do your World Boss Ultimate. For World Boss Legend, he struggles because he doesn't have very high raw damage, and you need raw damage for World Boss Legend. But for anything else PvP related, he's amazing for Conquest, he's amazing for TLB, he's decent in ABX, and he can do some World Boss Ultimate, and he's also an amazing striker for World Boss Legend, because he has the Gamma Radiation tag, which gives all allies 10% attack in World Boss Legend and World Boss Ultimate. So our 6th character for me is, I'd say it's Black Widow. Black Widow because just because she functions as a two-way character. She's amazing for PvP with this uniform, and she's amazing for PvE with this uniform. PvE meaning World Boss, DRX, ABX, squad battle. She's amazing with this uniform, and she does your PvP with this uniform, AC, timeline, and all that. So yeah, huge value. She works as a two-way character. The only downside is that you have to buy 2 uniforms for her to do both. That's why I place the Hulk above her, because the Hulk with his Immortal Hulk uniform does everything for you. But for Black Widow, you have to get his second uniform for him to do PvP for you. And for the second 7th place, I'd say it's Black Bolt. Because Black Bolt is an amazing. I think Black Bolt is very underrated. He's amazing for World Boss Legend and DRX. He has the Inhuman allies, which gives all Inhumans lead. Inhumans allies get 65% of all attack. Him and Medusa is an amazing combo to use for World Boss Legend. So that's why I think that Black Bolt deserves this spot. He's amazing character, amazing DPS. The only thing that drags down his value is that he can't compete in ABX, and also his tier 3 doesn't have targeting. So he jumps up to shoot his tier 3, and when he stays there, if a boss moves, you just lose all the damage. So that's why he's not up there in the list. 8th is a character that just keeps losing in value because she hasn't got a uniform in very long. Captain Marvel, still best for universal female ABXD, but other than that she has fallen everywhere else. She's mainly just used for her lead in the RX and World Boss Legend. She can do some World Boss Legend, but you need like a rage build with like a stacked rage build, so that's why. But amazing character nonetheless, only to be considered if you have all of the above, and if you are an ABS focused player. Other than that, you wouldn't need Captain Marvel anywhere else. The 9th on the list for me is Cyclops, because you can use him as a solo character. He can do your Blast Villain ABX, but he can do your World Boss Ultimate, but also he can be used as a lead in Danger Room Extreme and World Boss Legend. And also he has this amazing passive which gives everybody, all allies, an additional 30% energy attack in addition to his own leadership of 35% increase of all attack. That's why I made Cyclops an amazing character on his own as well as a support. I place him slightly above Storm, which is the 10th on our list, because Storm, as compared to Cyclops, does have better damage and can do much higher level contents, but Storm has a very reserved passive. She's sort of Cyclops as a support, but she has a very reserved passive that only elemental damage is increased by 35%. Don't get me wrong, this is an amazing passive, but it's very restricted. Very few characters can take advantage of this. But nonetheless, Storm is an amazing standalone character. I think she's very underrated. She's really good in the RX. She can do some ABX. She's amazing in World Boss Ultimate. She's not that great in World Boss Legend, but she can be used like with Beta Rebel, and you can use her to kite around. So yeah, that's why Storm is 10th on our list. The 11th character for me is Captain America. Another character who hasn't gotten a uniform in very long and just keeps falling in value. But Captain America is a solid character. He can do your World Boss Ultimate. He'll do some timeline battle for you. He's decent in PvP, not top tier, but he holds his own. But he has lost value because of all these huge powerhouse combats being introduced, like Iron Fist and Moon Knight and Venom has completely been pushed down and down. But all he needs is another uniform to get back to his spot. And the reason why Captain America is very low is because he's tier 3. While he's a very solid character, his tier 3 is very difficult to trigger. You have to accumulate a lot of damage for it to pour out a lot of damage. So that's why it's a very dicey tier 3, and he often gets guard broken even before he can even pull it off a lot of times in World Boss Legends. So that's why Captain America is number 10. So Captain America is number 11. Number 10 and 12 we have Winter Soldier. Not much to say here. I'd say for the 12th to 16th place, there's not much to say about these characters, which are Winter Soldier, Iron Man, Ant-Man, Spider-Man, and Black Panther. Winter Soldier you could consider getting because he has a physical attack lead that you can use in DRX and Boss Legend, a 30% physical attack. But on his own, he's borderline decent. He can do some low-level PvE, and yeah, that's it for him. He hasn't gotten any uniforms since 2+ years. The only thing he has value for is his leadership. Although that you can't even use him anyway. He can't do one World Boss Legend. He can't keep up in ABX. He can't keep up in World Boss Ultimate. So yeah, definitely a character who might get a uniform with a Falcon and a Winter Soldier. So if you're one of those optimistic persons who believes he will get a uniform, you might get him like on your shelf ready to buy his uniform when it comes out. But if you're looking for like immediate results, Winter Soldier is not at all the answer. And then the last 4, the only reasons you should get any of Iron Man, Ant-Man, Spider-Man and Black Panther is because you're a big whale who already has all the other characters and is just looking to add another toy to his shelf, because none of his characters will give anything to you for high level content. Sure, Ant-Man and Spider-Man can do some AC for you, they can perform well in AC, but other than that they can't keep up in timeout battle, because the only thing they had, which was debuff, is not something that we can use, especially for Spider-Man. Like every single PvP meta has debuff removal, so he immediately becomes useless. Same thing for Ant-Man. And Black Panther is just sad. Like, we all wanted a uniform for our boy Black Panther. He still hasn't gotten one, and he's by far the worst tier 3 in the game, lacking in damage, lacking in survivability. He's just lackluster despite having one of the highest base stat bombs in the game. So yeah, that's it for me for this tier list. I hope this helps you guys into deciding who you wanna get for your tier 3 selector. I'm not saying that you should follow this list, you should abide by this list. This is just my personal list. This is how I view the game. So yeah, you're free to choose whoever you want. All I wanted to do was to give you a helping hand in case you were having difficulties in choosing. So I hope this list helps you guys. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.